Imagine standing in the desert. The sun is warm on your skin. The sky is a brilliant, endless blue. And there, rising from the golden sands, is something impossible. It is a perfect mountain made by human hands. This is the Great Pyramid of Giza. It is the last of the 7 wonders of the ancient world still standing. For 4,500 years, it has watched the world change. It has seen empires rise and fall. It has felt the heat of countless sunrises. It stands just outside modern Cairo, a silent giant from another time. Its sheer size is hard to comprehend. It is a testament to human ambition and belief. The pyramid is not just big, it is colossal. Each side is perfectly aligned with the cardinal points, north, south, east, and west. This precision is astonishing for a structure built so long ago. It was once covered in smooth white limestone. This casing would have reflected the Egyptian sun like a brilliant jewel. It would have been visible for miles around, a shining beacon in the desert. Today, most of that casing is gone, but the power of the pyramid remains. It is made of more than 2 million stone blocks. Some of these blocks weigh more than a car. How did they do it? This is a question that has fascinated people for centuries. As I stand here, I feel a deep connection to the past. This is not just a pile of stones, it is a message. It is a story told in a language of rock and geometry. The ancient Egyptians who built this were not so different from us. They had hopes and fears. They loved their families. They believed in an afterlife. The Great Pyramid was their way of ensuring that life continued forever. It was a gateway to eternity. Touching these ancient stones, you can almost feel the energy of the thousands of people who worked here. You can almost hear their voices carried on the desert wind. This structure was built around 2560 BC for a pharaoh named Khufu. For over 3,800 years, it was the tallest man-made structure on Earth. Think about that. For nearly 4 millennia, nothing built by humans surpassed its height. It is more than just a tomb. It is a symbol of a civilization that reached for the heavens. It is an architectural masterpiece that continues to challenge our understanding of the ancient world. Join me as we step out of the sun and into the cool, dark heart of this incredible monument. Let us see what secrets it is willing to share. Why would anyone build something so enormous? The answer lies in the beliefs of the ancient Egyptians. They had a profound view of life and death. For them, death was not the end. It was simply a transition to another, eternal life. This afterlife was a real place, a paradise called the Field of Reeds. To get there, a person's soul, needed to be preserved. Their body needed to be safe. The pharaoh was not just a king, he was a god on earth. His journey to the afterlife was incredibly important. It ensured the stability and prosperity of the entire kingdom. The pyramid was designed to be an ascension machine. It was a vehicle to help the pharaoh's soul travel to the stars. The ancient Egyptians believed their gods lived in the sky, particularly among the circumpolar stars. These are the stars that never set below the horizon. The pyramid's shape, a ramp to the heavens, was very deliberate. It was a physical representation of the sun's rays, a ladder for the pharaoh to climb. The structure was a powerful religious statement. It declared the pharaoh's divine nature and his eternal connection to the gods. Building it was an act of faith for the entire nation. The construction of the pyramid was a national project. It was not built by slaves, as many movies suggest. It was built by skilled Egyptian workers. Tens of thousands of people came from all over Egypt to work on the pyramid. They were farmers who worked during the Nile's annual flood, when their fields were underwater. They were organized, well-fed, and housed in a nearby town. Excavations have found bakeries, breweries, and evidence of medical care. This was a sophisticated operation. For these workers, building the pharaoh's tomb was a great honor. It was their way of serving their god-king and ensuring the cosmic order of the universe. So, the Great Pyramid was more than just a burial place. It was a resurrection machine. It was a symbol of cosmic order. It was a testament to the power of the pharaoh and the unity of the Egyptian people. Every stone was placed with purpose. Every corridor was designed with a sacred journey in mind. It was meant to protect the pharaoh's body from harm and his spirit from being lost. It was a fortress for eternity. The Egyptians poured all their knowledge, resources, and faith into creating this perfect eternal home for their king. It was their ultimate investment in forever. The sheer scale of the construction is mind-boggling. The Great Pyramid is made of roughly 2.3 million stone blocks. These blocks are mostly limestone and granite. The average block weighs about 2.5 tons, the same as a large family car. Some of the granite beams inside the pyramid, high up in the king's chamber, weigh up to 80 tons. How did the ancient Egyptians, with no modern machinery, move these colossal stones? This question has sparked countless theories, from the practical to the fantastical. The answer is a testament to their incredible ingenuity and organization. The main limestone blocks were quarried right there on the Giza plateau. This made things a little easier, but it was still a monumental task. The high-quality white limestone for the outer casing came from a place called Tura, across the Nile River. The massive granite blocks came from even further away, from Aswan, over 500 miles to the south. The Egyptians were masters of logistics. They would have quarried the stone using copper tools, which they hardened by hammering and by cleverly using wooden wedges expanded with water to split the rock. It was slow, painstaking work that required immense patience and skill. Getting the stones from the quarry to the pyramid was the next great challenge. For the stones from Tura and Aswan, they used the Nile River. They would have loaded the massive blocks onto large wooden barges during the annual flood season. The floodwaters would bring the river closer to the Giza plateau, creating a natural waterway. This allowed them to transport the heavy stones much closer to the construction site. Recent discoveries have even uncovered the remains of an ancient port at Giza, confirming this amazing feat of engineering. They literally used the power of nature to help them build their monument. Once the stones were at the site, they still had to be moved up the rising pyramid. This is where the debate really heats up. Most experts believe they used ramps. But what kind of ramp? Was it a long, straight ramp that grew with the pyramid? Or was it a spiral ramp that wrapped around the outside? Some theories even suggest an internal ramp, a hidden corridor that corkscrewed up inside the pyramid itself. They would have placed the stones on wooden sledges and pulled them up the ramps. It is thought they may have wet the sand in front of the sledge to reduce friction. It was a combination of simple tools, clever physics, and a massive, coordinated workforce. Stepping inside the Great Pyramid is like entering another world. The air becomes cool and still. The sounds of the outside world fade away, replaced by a profound silence. The entrance we use today was forced by a caliph in the 9th century. The original entrance is a little higher up, sealed and hidden. From the entrance, a narrow passage, called the descending passage, slopes down into the bedrock beneath the pyramid. It is a tight squeeze, and you have to crouch down to move through it. It leads to a rough, unfinished room known as the subterranean chamber. Its purpose is a mystery. Was it the original burial chamber, later abandoned? From the descending passage, another corridor, the ascending passage, branches upwards. This passage was once blocked by 3 huge granite plugs, sealing the upper chambers. Past these plugs, the passage opens into one of the most incredible spaces in the ancient world. The Grand Gallery. The ceiling suddenly soars to a height of over 28 feet. The walls are made of polished limestone, angled inwards to create a stunning corbelled arch. It is an architectural masterpiece. The gallery slopes upwards at the same angle as the ascending passage. It feels like a sacred cathedral, a pathway to the heavens. At the top of the Grand Gallery lies the heart of the pyramid, the king's chamber. This room is stark and simple, lined entirely with massive blocks of red granite. Inside sits a large granite sarcophagus. It is empty, the lid is broken, and the pharaoh's mummy has never been found. The sarcophagus is larger than the entrance to the chamber, which means it must have been placed in the room as the pyramid was being built around it. The chamber is bare, with no inscriptions or decorations on the walls. This is unusual for an Egyptian tomb, adding to the mystery. Above the king's chamber are 5 small relieving chambers designed to distribute the immense weight of the stone above. Below the king's chamber, connected by a horizontal passage, is another mysterious room called the Queen's Chamber. This name is misleading, as it was probably not for a queen. Like the king's chamber, it is also undecorated and was found empty. It has a high gabled roof and a niche in one wall. The purpose of this chamber is still debated by Egyptologists. Is it a symbolic chamber? Was it meant to hold a statue of the king? The interior of the pyramid asks more questions than it answers. Each chamber and passage is a clue in a 4,500-year-old puzzle that we are still trying to solve. The Great Pyramid is a treasure chest of secrets. For every question we can answer, a dozen more pop up. One of the most enduring mysteries is the empty sarcophagus in the king's chamber. Was Pharaoh Khufu ever buried here? Most Egyptologists believe he was, but that his tomb was robbed in antiquity. Grave robbing was common in ancient Egypt. The immense wealth buried with a pharaoh would have been an irresistible temptation. The robbers would have known the general layout and taken everything of value, including the mummy itself, for the precious amulets wrapped within its bandages. But what if the tomb was never robbed? Some people believe Khufu was never interred in the king's chamber at all. Perhaps the pyramid was a decoy, and the real tomb is hidden somewhere else, safe from looters. Or maybe the pyramid served a completely different purpose. The lack of inscriptions in the main chambers is also very strange. Most pharaohs' tombs are covered in texts from the Book of the Dead, spells to help them on their journey to the afterlife. The Great Pyramid is almost completely bare. Why? Was this intentional? Was the message of the pyramid meant to be conveyed through its geometry and alignment, not through words? Then there are the mysterious shafts. 2 shafts extend from the king's chamber and 2 from the queen's chamber. They are small, only about 8 inches square. For a long time, they were thought to be ventilation shafts. But that doesn't make sense. Why would a sealed tomb need ventilation? The shafts from the king's chamber point towards specific constellations. The northern shaft is aligned with the circumpolar stars, the eternal stars that never die. The southern shaft points to the constellation of Orion, which the Egyptians associated with the god Osiris, the ruler of the underworld. These were star shafts, designed to guide the pharaoh's soul to the heavens. The shafts from the queen's chamber are even more mysterious. They do not open to the outside of the pyramid. They were sealed at both ends when the pyramid was built. In 1993, a small robot was sent up the southern shaft. After traveling about 200 feet, it came to a small limestone door with 2 copper handles. What lay behind it? This discovery sparked a global wave of excitement. It suggested that there were still hidden parts of the pyramid yet to be explored. These shafts, the empty sarcophagus, the lack of inscriptions, they are all whispers from the past, hints of secrets that the pyramid is not yet ready to give up. For centuries, exploration of the pyramid was limited to what we could see and touch. But now, we have new eyes. Modern technology is allowing us to peer inside the stone, to see the unseen, and to uncover secrets without moving a single block. In the 21st century, the tools of the explorer are no longer just the pickaxe and shovel. They are cosmic ray detectors, infrared thermography, and custom-built robots. These incredible tools are helping us to map the pyramid's hidden architecture and reveal features that have been concealed for millennia. One of the most exciting recent projects is called Scan Pyramids. This international team of scientists is using a technique called muography. Muons are tiny particles that shower down from the atmosphere. They can pass through stone, but they are slowed down or deflected by dense material. By placing detectors inside and around the pyramid, scientists can track the path of these muons. If there is a void or an empty space inside the solid structure, more muons will pass through that area. This allows them to create a kind of X-ray of the pyramid, revealing hidden chambers or corridors. This technology led to a stunning discovery in 2017. The Scan Pyramids team announced they had found a massive, previously unknown void. It is located directly above the Grand Gallery and is estimated to be at least 100 feet long. They have named it the Scan Pyramids Big Void. What is it? Is it a single large chamber or a series of smaller rooms? Is it a structural feature designed to relieve pressure on the Grand Gallery below? Or is it something more? Could it be a hidden corridor leading to Khufu's real burial chamber? The discovery has reignited the search for hidden rooms and sent a new wave of excitement through the world of Egyptology. Meanwhile, robots are continuing to explore the mysterious shafts in the Queen's chamber. A new robot, designed by a team from the University of Leeds, was able to drill a tiny hole through the first door discovered in 1993. It passed a camera through the hole and found a small empty chamber. And at the other end of that chamber was another door. What lies behind this second door remains a mystery. These technological advancements are like a new key to an ancient lock. They are allowing us to have a new conversation with the pyramid, one that respects its integrity, while slowly, carefully, encouraging it to share its 4,500-year-old secrets. The accepted theory is that the Great Pyramid was a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu. It was part of a larger complex that included temples, smaller pyramids for his queens, and a causeway leading down to the Nile. This fits with what we know about ancient Egyptian burial practices. The pyramid was the ultimate expression of the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife. It was a machine for resurrection, a stairway to the stars, and a monument to ensure his eternal legacy. The evidence for this theory is strong. It is consistent with the purpose of other, smaller pyramids from the same period. However, the many mysteries of the Great Pyramid have led some people to propose alternative theories. The fact that no mummy was ever found, the lack of inscriptions, and the incredible mathematical precision of the structure have fueled speculation. Some theories suggest the pyramid was never a tomb at all. One idea is that it was a giant power plant. Proponents of this theory point to the granite of the king's chamber, which has high quartz content, and suggest it could have been used to conduct energy. They propose that the pyramid could have harnessed the Earth's natural energy to create some form of wireless power. Another popular theory is that the pyramid was a sophisticated astronomical observatory. Its precise alignment to true north and its correlation with celestial bodies are certainly compelling. The star shafts in the king's and queen's chambers seem to point to specific constellations that were important to the Egyptians. Could the entire structure be a giant instrument for mapping the heavens? Perhaps it was used to track the stars, predict astronomical events, or maintain the complex Egyptian calendar. The geometry of the pyramid contains sophisticated mathematical constants, like pi and the golden ratio, suggesting a deep knowledge of mathematics and astronomy. While these alternative theories are fascinating, most mainstream Egyptologists and scientists remain unconvinced. They argue that there is no direct evidence to support the idea of a power plant or an observatory. The tomb theory, they say, explains the evidence we have most completely. The pyramid complex as a whole, with its mortuary temples and causeways, is clearly funerary in nature. The empty sarcophagus is best explained by ancient grave robbing. The mathematical precision is a testament to the skill of the Egyptian architects, not evidence of a lost technology. Still, the debate continues, adding to the pyramid's allure. It is a structure so magnificent that it invites us to dream and to wonder. The Great Pyramid has cast a long shadow over human history. It has inspired awe and wonder in everyone who has seen it, from ancient Greek travelers to modern-day tourists. When the Greek historian Herodotus visited in the 5th century BC, he was amazed. He wrote down everything he could learn about it, mixing fact with legend. His writings gave the Western world its first detailed account of the pyramid. Later, Roman emperors were so impressed that they took obelisks from Egypt back to Rome as trophies. The pyramid became a symbol of ancient wisdom and mystery. During the Middle Ages, European travelers told fantastic stories about the pyramids. Some believed they were the granaries built by the biblical Joseph. Others thought they were the work of giants or even sorcerers. They were seen as objects of magic and hidden knowledge. When Napoleon invaded Egypt in 1798, he brought with him a team of scholars and scientists. They began the first systematic study of the pyramid and other ancient monuments. This expedition sparked the birth of modern Egyptology and created a new wave of Egyptomania across Europe. People became obsessed with all things Egyptian. The pyramid has influenced art, architecture, and literature for centuries. You can see its iconic shape in buildings around the world, from the Louvre Museum in Paris to the Luxor Hotel in Las Vegas. It has been the subject of countless books, films, and documentaries. It represents the ultimate adventure, the ultimate mystery. It has become a universal symbol of endurance, ambition, and the timeless human quest for immortality. It reminds us of a civilization that dared to build for eternity. Its legacy is not just in stone, but in the human imagination. The pyramid also stands as a monument to human collaboration. Building it required an unprecedented level of organization, planning, and teamwork. It brought together architects, engineers, mathematicians, quarrymen, laborers, and sailors. All of them worked together towards a single monumental goal. In a way, the pyramid is a celebration of what humanity can achieve when we work together. It is a lesson written in stone that echoes through the ages. It shows us that with vision, belief, and cooperation, we can achieve things that seem impossible. We can build mountains. So why, after 4,500 years, are we still so captivated by the Great Pyramid? I believe it is because it speaks to something deep within us. It is a physical manifestation of our biggest questions. Who are we? Where did we come from? What happens after we die? The pyramid represents a powerful attempt to answer these questions. It is a monument to the human spirit's refusal to accept that this life is all there is. It is a defiant shout against oblivion, a claim for eternity that still resonates today. The pyramid challenges our modern sense of superiority. We live in an age of incredible technology. We have computers in our pockets that are more powerful than the ones that sent men to the moon. Yet, we still struggle to understand how the ancient Egyptians built the pyramid. We still have unanswered questions about its purpose and its hidden secrets. The pyramid humbles us. It reminds us that there were brilliant minds and incredible achievements in the deep past. It connects us to a human story that is much longer and more mysterious than we sometimes imagine. It is also, quite simply, a thing of beauty. The purity of its geometric form, the precision of its construction, and its perfect harmony with the surrounding landscape are breathtaking. To see it at sunrise or sunset, when the desert light paints it in shades of gold and pink, is a truly spiritual experience. It is a work of art on a scale that is almost unimaginable. It doesn't need decoration or explanation. Its power lies in its silent, massive presence. It just is. And in a world that is constantly changing and screaming for our attention, that quiet, eternal presence is profoundly moving. Ultimately, the Great Pyramid is a symbol of wonder itself. It encourages us to ask questions, to explore, to imagine. It reminds us that the world is full of mysteries waiting to be solved. As long as it stands, people will look up at its towering peak and dream. They will wonder about the pharaoh who built it, the people who labored to raise its stones, and the secrets that still lie sealed within its heart. The Great Pyramid of Giza is more than a monument of the past. It is a beacon that inspires the future. It is a timeless invitation to keep searching, to keep learning, and to never, ever stop wondering.